KREM 2 News at Noon begins now.
Right now on KREM 2 News at Noon, former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro pleading not guilty. So now what happens next?
And we have some sun peeking its way out from behind the clouds. We'll have more sun this afternoon, but enjoy it because I'm talking about the snow that's on its way.
Right, and students are learning in unfamiliar rooms as construction begins on the old Adams Elementary School when crews will start tearing down that building. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti. Let's get right outside and start talking about weather. We have Nicole Hernandez filling in today. And Nicole, kind of a strange mix ahead. Some good snow in the mountains, some slush down here. What do you got on tap?
Yeah, all of it, Laura. But before that, we get a pretty calm day today, and we should really take advantage of that calm day because the next few days are going to be anything but. Take a look at this beautiful live look, though. The sun, you can't even see it up above the camera there, but it's creating this perfect little spot in the clouds where it's shining over Lake Coeur d'Alene right now. So I love that. I think that's a really cool live look, and it's indicative of what the rest of the afternoon has in store for us. So we are going to see the sun continue to peek through the clouds today, which is going to be great, especially ahead of the snow that we have. Right now, with the partly cloudy skies, we are 37 degrees. It is chilly, though. It feels like 29. We have a slight breeze out right now, so a jacket that's going to have some sort of windbreaker would probably be great. Look, the sun started coming out from behind one of those clouds. This is great. I love the sun. We are right now at 11-mile-per-hour winds, and so sorry, I just tripped over the same thing I tripped over last time I did weather out here. The 11-mile-per-hour winds making it feel a little bit chilly. We stick with winds as well tomorrow and Wednesday. The winds as this new storm moves its way through are going to be anywhere from 15 to 25-mile-per-hour sustained winds and then up to 45-mile-per-hour gusts. Here is what we're at right now. We're clear now, and we stay clear for the rest of the day. It's not until tomorrow morning that we start to see snow move in, and it's pretty widespread. So we'll talk about when it lands and how much it drops coming up here in a few minutes.
Nicolas Maduro and his wife pleaded not guilty during their arraignments today. The U.S. captured them both during a military operation in Venezuela and then brought them here to the United States. Jared Hill reports more about the charges they now face.
Inside a New York federal courthouse, Venezuela's deposed leader, Nicolas Maduro, told a judge he is innocent and a decent man during his arraignment Monday. Maduro and his wife were charged with multiple counts, including conspiracy to commit narco-terrorism and conspiracy to import cocaine. U.S. forces captured the Maduros in Caracas early Saturday and brought them to the U.S. The deposed leader offered a cordial greeting to the agents who helped put him behind bars.
Good night. Happy New Year.
The 25-page indictment alleges Maduro and 5 others, including his wife, son, and other Venezuelan leaders, quote, have for decades partnered with some of the most violent and prolific drug traffickers and narco-terrorists in the world to distribute tons of cocaine to the United States to make themselves rich. Security for today's arraignment has been extra tight. Outside of the courthouse, there are dueling groups of protesters, some in favor of, some voicing their opposition to U.S. strikes on Venezuela and the capture of Nicolas Maduro.
Here we denounce a U.S. kidnapping.
There are questions about whether the U.S. has the legal authority to pursue charges against a sovereign head of state.
We don't recognize Maduro as the president of Venezuela. We say he is illegitimate, therefore he's not going to get sovereign immunity here.
Maduro faces up to life in prison if convicted. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
All right, Washington lawmakers having some mixed reactions to the capture of Maduro and his wife. U.S. Representative Michael Baumgartner said the strikes would bring, quote, Venezuelan oil back online, adding that would be, he believes, positive for the global economy. Meantime, U.S. Senator Patty Murray posting this statement saying, quote, if this escalates into a prolonged conflict, the American people do not want to be dragged into another costly foreign war with no real justification. She went on to call the strikes, quote, outrageous and an affront to American taxpayers. And in Idaho, the chair of the Idaho Democratic Party wrote in a statement, quote, Americans opposed military action in Venezuela and believe the president needed to seek congressional approval first. Instead of heeding the wise concerns of Americans, the president illegally pushed our nation into what is likely to be an expensive, deadly, drawn-out conflict. Idaho Senator Mike Crapo releasing a statement as well, sharing, quote, the arrest and indictment of Maduro is welcome news, calling the operation a critical step towards restoring democracy and stability in the region. All right, it is about 5 minutes after noon right now. This week, Shoshone County plans to keep the sheriff's and driver's license offices closed. Right now, they are doing repairs and are planning on opening back up next week on January 12th. This comes after a shooting that hurt 3 people at the sheriff's office.
Holy.
All right, this is video of the shooting shared with us by a KREM 2 viewer. They say they live nearby and heard the gunshots. At this time, police are still not sure what the motive was for the shooting. We do know the 3 people who were hurt in the shooting are recovering well. Well, with the new year underway, students at Adams Elementary will be making the move to a temporary campus while their new school is going to be built. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones reports about what's next.
Mr. Caden, you ready for the new school?
Well, after a nice and long winter break, students are returning to the classrooms today. And for those kids at Adams Elementary, they're now going to be calling their new classrooms here at Camp Adams. So things are back underway. And of course, this temporary campus is a direct result of Together Spokane, the past initiative that voters saw on their ballots last November. In terms of the historic Adams Elementary School, though, that was first built back in 1909. It expanded in 1917, and the temporary site only about 2 miles west of the original campus at the old Jefferson Elementary School. A groundbreaking and construction for the new school is expected to start in February or early March. The old building is expected to be torn down in the next month or so. I got a chance to speak with one of the 5th graders about this new transition into Camp Adams.
It's going to be different, but I'm excited for the benefit on the other students. It's going to be cool for them, and maybe someday I'll come back.
Of course, this is the first of many projects that will start this year because of Together Spokane. A couple of the other projects down the line include a new trade school, an indoor tennis and recreation center, and an expansion at the Merkel Sports Complex. As for that 5th grader I got a chance to speak with, he won't get a chance to enjoy the new Adams Elementary School, but he's excited because he's got a younger brother who will get to see those benefits. For now, reporting here in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, Brandon. Thank you. Relief is coming to more Washington families impacted by devastating floods last month. Coming up, one family sharing the support they have as they repair their home that's been flooded.